Hello there, and welcome to the As Time Film Podcast, where we talk film, TV, games, and all that jazz like there's no tomorrow. My name is Tom, and as always, I am joined with my co-host, John.
Hey, it's me.
Every time, it's this, you just, hey, it's me.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'm just here in my house,
Just
in
living
your house, and just doing this in Skype because still on lockdown.
Oh, it's never going to end. How are you this week, John?
Oh, doing great, because we had some fantastic news and fantastic trailers that came out, So, what about you?
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, it's been quite an exciting week, especially towards the back half of the week. We've got some. So this week we're going to be doing. Talking about movie franchises that lasted too long. We've got news, some Godzilla v Kong stuff, some Raya and the Last Dragon, and of course the Snyder Cut. And I think it is obviously we know that the Snyder Cut. We'll talk about it a bit more later, but we have a release date for the Snyder Cut now. And off the back of this, I am very, very excited to announce that we at the Outside Film Podcast are going to be doing what we are calling our Zack Snyder extravaganza. Over the course of 6 weeks, we will be watching 6 Zack Snyder films, leading up to, of course, the big event, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes, this is truly exciting because we got a date, we got 2 posters, and we finally got the Snyder Cut. It's just a magical time right now.
It is a magical time. So on the 14th of February, on Valentine's Day, we'll be talking about Dawn of the Dead. And then on the 21st of February, we'll be doing 300. On the 28th, we'll be doing Watchmen. And then on the 7th of March, we'll be doing Man of Steel. On the 14th of March, we'll be doing Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. And then it'll all culminate on the 21st of March with Zack Snyder's Justice League. Come along. It's going to be great. I'm very excited to watch all these films and just talk about Zack Snyder for the past 6 weeks.
It's going to be great when we're going to get Zack Snyder content because he has made really good films.
Yeah, I love his stuff.
Yeah, I love his stuff. The stuff is great. And if you want to join us with our Zack Snyder plans, you can. You can watch these films and just comment below why did you love this film or was there any downsides to this or anything. Yeah, just it's going to be exciting and we've been waiting for this film, for 4-hour film, for ages and ages. It's just
definitely
it's crazy. Hard to believe.
Yeah, it really is.
We got people just saying, "Oh, the Snyder Cut's not real. Oh, no, we won't get this." And oh, shut up. But yeah, in your face.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Should we get onto today's episode?
Let's go. Okay, so we'll start off talking about some Godzilla v Kong. There, we've got a trailer for Godzilla v Kong. The internet went wild.
Yes.
Team Godzilla, Team Kong. What do you think, John?
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting because it's going to be those films like Team Kong, Team Godzilla, and I watched Kong Skull Island, which was a great film to watch. Kong was a very he was young in that film. He is massive in that film, but he's young. But then today, in Godzilla, there's Kong. He is an absolute big unit.
He really is. He really is.
Yeah.
He's grown. He is the size of. Well, he's the same size as Godzilla now. It looks really interesting. It seems like, it will be... Kong will be using what I believe is a part of Godzilla's, one of Godzilla's spikes. I think in the trailer, Kong was using one of Godzilla's spikes, on an axe. So, originally, I just kind of thought, well, obviously Godzilla's going to win because he will just nuclear breath at Kong. But no, I mean, who knows? It's a big debate. There's also some...
there was a huge, massive debate. I saw a post on Instagram where there was an explanation on Kong, Godzilla, being the best, he's going to do it. And then the other argument is he just goes, monkey.
Well, I mean, you can't deny monkey.
Monkey.
Well,
monkey.
It looks like it's gonna be like, obviously people like always say like, oh yeah, we've seen so many films where it's like two like main characters fighting. You know, you've got like it happens all the time in superhero films.
It's true.
But like,
it's true.
you know, I mean, it's going to be fun. Like, I don't think anyone is expecting some sort of like huge, like, you know, like world shattering, like Oscar-worthy film. I mean, it might be Oscar-worthy.
It's a masterpiece when Kong punched Godzilla. Oh my god!
I felt that shit.
The cinematography, the mise-en-scène, the sound.
When the film, you know, it comes out on March 31st. Don't know what that's like for the UK, but it does come out then technically. So I'm quite interested to see like how this is, because obviously they're gonna team up at the end. Like, I think that's gonna happen. But what will it be? There are theories. It seems like Mecha Godzilla is in the trailer. So who is like a robot,
which we probably heard about this storyline. You know, Batman v Superman. We heard this like. There's a lot of people like joking about the ending of like what Kong this is Godzilla gonna be like. It's gonna be like, no, Mothra.
Nice.
Don't say that name, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, you know that stupid scene in Batman v Superman, Martha, stupid scene. No, but anyway, that's funny. That's funny. That's what I thought, but.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't hate that scene, but I do like it is kind of funny. Some of the stuff that people like do say about it, but there's also a theory that that there are actually two Godzillas. This comes from like one of the like comics or something, I can't remember, but like there's actually two Godzillas, and that they are actually like the real Godzilla is gonna like be fighting Kong and this other Godzilla, and then the real Godzilla will die, something like that. I don't know. Let's we'll talk about our next piece of news. John, do you like Harry Potter?
Oh boy, yes I do. I mean, I watched the films and I like it. Yeah, it's great.
Good. Well, get excited because HBO Max is going to do a spin-off series. Why? I want to take the reins. I want to start off and just take the reins on this.
Why?
I love Harry Potter. I love the books. I love the films.
Okay. This is pointless.
I agree. Right? Fantastic Beasts is like it's good. The first one's good.
This doesn't make sense. Warner Brothers, didn't they directed this film? The studio, didn't they make this film?
Yes.
Then why?
I don't know. Okay. So like, obviously they're doing Fantastic Beasts, which is pretty good.
Of course.
They did Cursed Child, which is honestly the worst thing I've ever read.
Good.
They've done like the Hogwarts Mystery, which is the upcoming video game, or is it the? There are two video games, one that's already out and then a new one. I can't remember which one's which. But now they're doing a spin-off series. But why? I think like the whole like
I don't get this.
What?
When I heard about this news, I was talking to my friends who were playing playing a game. They were like, "Oh, okay." So now, so I watched the entire Harry Potter series. This took me like days to watch because I had other stuff to do, and this was in high school. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna watch them all," and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna get a miniseries, like a TV show. Why?
Yeah, it feels like they're unnecessarily like stretching it out, and it just like it's losing so much of what made it special. Like, I read the books once a year, and it's a really special moment for me. Like, whenever I watch the films, you know, I do it all in one. Like a Christmas, just a couple days before Christmas, I watch all of them in a day. It was painful, like it was really, really painful, but I really enjoyed it because at the end of the day, they're great films, and Fantastic Beasts is also good. But like, I'm not itching to see more, you know.
Yeah, I really feel like they're gonna add some more stuff to yeah. Wait, is J.K. Rowling gonna be working with this or not?
I don't know whether she will be, but I assume. I mean, come on, she's the author of every. She she has a hand in everything. Like I guess she'd be in it.
She will, because she will do some stuff in the TV show that we're like, oh yeah, let's forgive J.K. Rowling. She did this. Oh, no,
Yeah.
Shut up.
Right.
She's gonna add some more stuff to be more inclusive.
Yeah. I totally expect she will. I mean, I don't know. Whatever they do, it just feels like they're kind of like beating a dead horse at this point.
Yeah, beating the horse. No, not Harold the horse. Oh,
Harold the horse. No.
No. Yeah. So that's just pointless. I mean, more money. I think no one's gonna buy it unless.
I disagree. I think there'll be loads of people who buy it. I think this is like. Strategically, this is actually a decent move, but like I just don't think that there's much of a story to be told. I mean, who knows? They could go in the past. Loads of people want to see like a story about the Marauders. They might show a story about the Marauders of the First Wizarding War. I mean,
yeah,
there's loads of places they could go with it, but like, do you really need to know that? Is there really anything interesting that happened in that time? Like, not really.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I just don't get it, man. But. Yeah, it's just...
Well, you do you, I guess.
Just money.
It's all money.
Money. Show them the money.
We've got to have money.
Money.
Okay, so, speaking of money, Disney... Disney released the second trailer for Raya and the Last Dragon. What do you think of the trailer?
Okay, so I watched the trailer, and it looks... The animation style looks so good.
It does.
Like it's very different to any other Disney film, apart from one thing. But the way like it sets up like don't trust anybody, and then it's just a baby and monkeys just go against right. Baby, yeah.
It looks like. It looked quite funny, and there's like quite a lot of action in there that I think like really works.
I love the action. Like it was like some old like anime type, like
it gives me this kind of samurai vibe, and which
I really like because I really want to watch more samurai films.
Oh, definitely. I don't know. I'm not sure if this is a
samurai type film. I don't know.
I don't know if this is set in the real world, but I don't think it is. I think this is set in like some fantasy world.
Which I don't mind.
Yeah, no, me neither. I think that makes it like so much cooler. Like
and
all the stuff
I just love it. Like it's let's talk about like the stuff like that she has. She has a really cool sword.
She has a really cool sword. I love her kind of like cloak that she has on. She's got that little thing that she rides. Amazing.
And I like the style that was like like when Raya enters like a building like sideways, like you can see her like walking in. And then there's like a low angle, and then she takes stuff to fight the other antagonist, and it looks pretty cool.
I just think that the animation like just blew me away.
Yeah, the animation just amazing, and then like the fighting, it looks like really like well put and well thought because fighting in animation is quite hard.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta think about like what the other character's doing or what this character's doing, and
I mean, you never know. I mean, they could be using mocap. There are loads of different ways you could do it.
They could be using mocap, which is impressive. Like
definitely.
So
this film stars Kelly Marie Tran and Awkwafina. I just want to say I'm really glad that Kelly Marie Tran is getting like work because I thought she was excellent in Star Wars, and obviously she was totally sidelined in that franchise. So I'm glad that, especially after all the bullying and hate that she got online, and I'm glad that, especially Disney has been the one to like give her another big role, especially after what happened in Episode 9. But
Episode 9, there was not much though. But
Episode 9 was definitely a film that exists.
That was a film.
Speaking of Star Wars, see, John, I'm rolling with these segues today. I'm brilliant. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. We've got some new information about this one. Okay, so there are going to be 300 playable characters, which puts it about around three times the amount of the original game, I think. There will be 23 planets and moons that you can explore. So I assume that would be like Tatooine, Naboo, Mustafar, Geonosis, Bespin, Dagobah.
Okay, you don't have to.
I'm gonna name them all.
Okay,
and then 28 locations, and you'll be able to play the campaigns for each film in any order. So that's same as what happened in the original game. You played the first level, and then every other every other level unlocked. And a little thing is that they've said that they're going to extend the roles for some characters. So specifically Finn.
Yes.
So specifically Finn, who didn't get anything to do in Rise of Skywalker, apparently he's going to have like much more to do in the gameplay, which is great. I love Finn. So and
then there's going to be other characters that are going to be more focused because I feel like they've been left out.
Definitely.
So I'm glad what Lego's doing right now. They're making a video game that will fix something.
Yeah, well, I'm very excited to see because obviously like the first game is just one of the best Lego games, one of my favorite games in general.
It's so fun. Like you do pod races only for that level, but like you go like builds and stuff, and there was like so many references.
Oh, definitely. I went to ages ago when we were allowed to go into people's houses. I went to my friend's house, and he bought Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga on his Xbox, and we played all of Episode 1 and Episode 2, and it was amazing. It's such a good game. It holds up. Like there's actually a really, really good.
Yeah, it feels a bit more engaging because like there's a lot happening, and it just made me got me introduced to other Lego games like Lego Batman 2.
Right, exactly.
This is a certified classic.
Yeah, if you guys have been around watching the podcast for long enough, we talked about video games in our fourth ever podcast, and I had Lego Pirates of the Caribbean quite high up as one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah. And our first video game was Halo.
Like our first proper game on the Xbox, definitely. Well, one of the there's actually a video essay, it's like 40 minutes long on YouTube, by Schaffrillas Productions, who you might know from his Shrek video essays or his Megamind video essays. And he did a 40-minute video on Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. I'm going to link it in the description below. It's great.
Right, yeah. I'm just pretty excited to play. It's going to be nostalgic, and there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be referenced from the first game. Like there's going to be something that could be funny, what happened in the first one.
Oh, I hope that they keep the death noises. All the death noises. I hope they keep all of them. Like some of those are perfect. Like the Yoda one is amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, John. Am I tiring you there?
No, sorry, it's not you. It's just a lot of things just happen. I've been gaming and just having fun. But sorry, eating Skittles as well.
Oh, nice.
Skittles. Yeah. And there's going to be a lot more characters. There could be the Mandalorian. There's going to be
there is actually there'll be DLCs for the Mandalorian and for Rogue One and Solo and the Bad Batch. So that's really cool.
Wow. Yeah. Do you think they're going to add characters from the Clone Wars to?
They haven't. I got an email. They haven't said it yet, but I assume so. Hey, I got an email about Star Wars. What a coincidence! Amazon is recommending me the Ahsoka book. But anyway, let's talk. We touched upon this earlier. Let's talk about the Snyder Cut. So we have a release date, 18th of March for the US. It hasn't been announced exactly when it's coming in the UK or when it's what it will be on. So it'll be HBO Max in America. We don't know in the UK. I assume it'll be the 18th or the 19th of March, and it'll probably be on Netflix or something. Whatever it is, this is super excited. They released three posters. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, these posters are super cool.
Oh yeah, I really like how they're kind of self-referential. They have the flag, kind of like the Death of Superman comic, the classic cover, and then there's the film reels with Snyder's name on them, because obviously this is his cut, and then a crumbled version of the Justice League logo. It looks great.
Yeah. And everything that it just leads up to, like, you can see like Snyder, like, in the cinema film.
Yeah.
And sorry, I just zoned up. Like, you can see Zack Snyder's, like, in the film, like the film in the poster.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's like what it means. Like, kind of shows like that Zack Snyder's. Everyone's like was doubting it wasn't real and it was just on the ground. Like,
yeah.
No one could have picked it up, but Zack Snyder did, and yeah. So
yeah, I think it's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think that I'm looking forward to like, the proper marketing boom start. Like, there are some things that I would love to get my hands on, like a black suit Superman statue would be amazing. Apparently, there's like loads of different stuff coming in terms of that. Like, I'd love a poster for the Justice League. Loads of amazing stuff that I'm excited about.
Yeah, and then the merch as well. I'm really excited about that. And
definitely.
Then the Steelbook, Blu-ray, or
yes.
Ultra HD. Yeah. So that's gonna be really interesting to see. And then you know what would be a cool thing? Like, what if like all the money, or like if you buy the merch or the things that you buy from watching this film, that could go towards charity, because you know
that would be great. I unfortunately doubt it, because it's all these businesses that need money.
Yeah, it's
it
true.
would be nice if a fraction of it went to charity.
That would be.
They
nice,
recently on the August Snyder donation fund, they recently exceeded their target of 50,000, I think, which is great.
That's great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's really.
But yeah, I'm super excited to see what it brings, and obviously we'll be getting a trailer at some point. I think the rumor is
a 4-hour film.
4-hour film. The rumor is that the next trailer will be coming on Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day, Zach.
Zach.
Whoa, okay, I don't know what you're thinking.
No.
Zach, all right.
No.
Okay, do you want to talk about WandaVision?
Yeah, let's talk about WandaVision.
Talk about WandaVision episode 4.
This was a super weird episode.
This is my favourite episode so far.
Yeah,
I loved it.
This has been like what Marvel has done something different here. They decided to make something unique. Like,
definitely.
Yeah, because what they've been doing over the years is repetitiveness. Like, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing. Apart from Infinity War. Infinity War
already broke the mold.
Decided to do something different, and it was like dark, and like something that what Marvel does. I mean, it's like it's going out its own comfort zone. Like, it's gonna be like something unique, but this is like one of the episodes that makes your change. Like, it changes your mind about what Marvel's doing, and yeah. So, Tom, what do you think about this episode? This has been a really good episode.
Well, as we said, as I said in the first couple of episodes, I thought they were all right, a bit gimmicky, but they didn't really do much for me. And then the third episode was better, but this episode, like, immediately. So, Far From Home. Like, that is the first film to have dealt with the blip, everyone coming back, and it dealt with it in like a really like comedic way. It didn't really present.
I missed you for 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't really
bro. Oh, you're torn out.
Yeah, it didn't had like people be like, oh my god, the band are back, like in the middle of a football game. It's like stuff like that. But then they didn't properly like show like how
it doesn't like
it can
make
be.
It though like emotional, because. What if you missed your relatives for 5 years?
Exactly.
Friends?
It can be super, super like catastrophic to people's lives. And the opening scene of this episode, I thought that was incredible. Like, immediately you have Monica Rambeau running around being like, "What is going on?" And everyone being like, "What is going on?" Everyone being like, "I can't talk to you. I've got to go and find my family." Like stuff like that. It was mental. And I thought that was incredible. The moment that the Marvel logo started coming on, and the Marvel Studios stuff started happening, I literally sat up and just went, oh my god, that was incredible, because it really was. And then the whole episode,
it was quite emotional, because,
oh, definitely.
They decided to use something that, like, the blip as something comedic, but then turn it into something emotional, because that blip could be the center point of, like, everything that's going to happen in Phase 4.
Exactly, and I'm really happy because when they did Infinity War with the snap, when they did Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel, they barely touched on the fact that that
they
happened.
decided to do something entirely on their own.
Exactly, like they decided to have films set before Infinity War when you have this opportunity to explore this catastrophic world event. And I think that now that we've got these TV shows, now they've got Phase 4 and the blip, you can totally like go into these episodes, and I think these events, and I think that's like the perfect opportunity. And I thought that we got so many answers for so many questions in this episode. I thought that Sword was going to be the bad guys who were creating this world.
I thought they were going to do something, but then no, they decided to. And this is like super weird level. Like they're doing it around a town that doesn't exist.
Yes. I thought that the fact that Wanda's creating this reality, and they practically confirmed that Wanda's creating this reality, that's so good, and I would really like Wanda to go evil. I'd love her to be the villain.
And another thing, that this was in New Jersey, and wait, where was Captain Marvel? Where was he training? Was it in New Jersey?
Oh God, I've seen Captain Marvel once. I couldn't tell you, but it might have been.
Captain Marvel. Sorry, not Captain Marvel. Captain America.
Oh, Captain America. Yes, it was. It was.
Yes, so that was quite near.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Well done. Nice. Yeah. Nicely spotted.
So I thought about that. That could be Hydra related, maybe. Well, I don't know.
Here's the thing. I don't want there to be a villain. Not really. I want the villain.
No. I don't want a villain, but I want the villain to be Wanda. Because...
Yeah, same. I think it would be perfect if Wanda became the villain and then Vision died. I mean, obviously there was that shot at the end with Vision like dead with the hole in his head. That was incredible. We'll talk about that scene. That was so good. But yeah, and then what if Wanda was the villain in Doctor Strange 2? That would be an amazing progression of her character. Cause,
that would be great. Like character development, and then she's gonna bring back dead people in the multiverse madness. Oh my God,
that would be interesting. Right, okay, think about Dark Phoenix. X-Men did Dark Phoenix twice, and they didn't exactly get it right both times. And, this could be the opportunity to do, like, a hero gone bad, like, properly, like, really, really well. And I think, there's loads of good opportunities for that. I love this episode. I thought it was great.
Yeah, so the cool thing is that, they brought about like a character from Thor. I forgot her name already.
Darcy.
Sorry?
Darcy.
Darcy. Yeah, and brought it back and like doing all the stuff and then.
This episode.
And then the cool detail. What's the FBI guy?
Jimmy Woo.
Jimmy Woo. So he, when he introduced himself to Darcy, he had the card.
He does a card trick from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah, okay, so this episode brought back, obviously, Darcy, Jimmy, and Monica Rambeau, and confirmed that Maria Rambeau was dead, which I think is quite sad, because I thought Lashana Lynch as the Maria Rambeau was one of my favourite parts of Captain Marvel. I think all the side characters in the films are great.
I felt she was, like, engaging, like, something that drives the plot more, because for the character of Captain Marvel, but...
Yeah, it's sad that she just died like that. I hope that Captain Marvel finds out in some kind of capacity. But yeah, I don't want to say I love this episode. However, I didn't like bringing it back into the MCU. And I've never been a huge fan of the MCU dialogue. I don't really like the dialogue, especially the ones they give to Darcy.
Dialogue is a bit empty.
Yeah, it's
not much to develop from. Like going from one conversation to the other.
It feels like they're trying to do like. They really want to do these jokes. It's like Darcy was always a pretty annoying character in Thor and Thor 2, but she's still quite annoying, which is like,
quite annoying, like, give me some coffee.
Yeah, exactly. How does a girl get some coffee around here? Oh, I'm so funny and quirky.
Coffee.
Like, no, be quiet.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was comedy genius.
And then Jimmy was like, Wanda got pregnant, and then Darcy was like, "Do you want one?" And then, yeah, I would like one. And then it was
it's like, I want a little Jimmy, and it's like, oh, be quiet, please. Let me watch the episode.
We just watched the episode, please. Shut the heck up. And then the cool montage was like, Jimmy was like writing down the questions like, "Is Vision dead? Why was the hexagonal shape around the town?" And that's quite cool. So
I agree.
It's making us like the audience think even more about the situation outside the fake town. So,
Yeah, I reckon that next episode is going to go back inside the sitcom. We'll do the 80s episode or what, or maybe they will cut between it because who knows?
do you
think
that would be cool? Like it's going to be 80s, but then modern. Like it's going to be fused, but like out of order. You know what I mean?
Do you think that? So when it comes to Sword, do you think Sword is going to act as the new Shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there hasn't been a Shield now since practically, I guess, Age of Ultron, kind of. So, they kind of want to establish something, and I think that'd be interesting. I thought of a really interesting pitch for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And it involves them working with the government. And I think, that this kind of thing has to be reestablished. In terms of the universe, without S.H.I.E.L.D., practically everything went to shit, without S.H.I.E.L.D. So, I feel like they do kind of need them.
Yeah. And so then throughout the episode, we kind of say what Jimmy and Darcy, but they're trying to send a message, but then it failed. And then the cool thing is the TV screens, when Wanda's going to change something, when something's bad happening, she changes on the screen, there's a accidental cut on the TV, and it's weird. So
yeah, it was like they were having the same reactions that we were. It's like when she mentions Pietro, they were like, "Oh my god, she's mentioned Ultron," and it's like that is exactly what I thought when I watched the episode.
Yeah,
it was like I was watching other
Ultron. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I was watching other people doing the same thing that I did.
And then so the same thing happened. Not Geraldine. I was about to say Geraldine. I don't know why I was about to say her name, but Wanda, she got kicked out.
She did.
She literally did. She was
I loved that. I think Wanda, obviously, Wanda becoming a villain. Oh, that's such a cool idea to me.
Yeah, that's a really cool idea. Decided to change something like a villain, a hero that that was going against Thanos, and then now she's the villain. And then the scariest part of this episode was when Vision was coming back home, and it was the episode that we saw last week. But then this one was different. When Vision was "Oh, where's Geraldine?" And then we turned to Vision, and my God, he's dead.
That was amazing. It's they had some scenes like that in the trailer, and it looks creepy, and it gave lasting consequences. It felt okay, let's say they ended it at Endgame. It felt like she just got over it off screen, and I'm glad that they're actually giving. I don't think Vision's going to survive this show. I think by the end he will be dead for good, and that's what will tip Wanda over the edge.
And this is messed up because she is puppeteering Vision, doing what the moves what she thinks Vision is doing, but then she's puppeteering the whole town, and this is going to be one heck of a show because
I'm very excited to see where it goes. I'm optimistic, I guess, about it.
Yeah, this is a turning point. Episode 4 is a turning point for all of us.
Well, it's nearly halfway through. I think there's 9 episodes in the show, and I think this is halfway through.
Oh my god! And then there's going to be other cameos that's going to be coming in the show. Maybe
there are rumors.
Maybe Ultron.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be very cool. But
when that could be a Halloween. Oh, there's a Halloween party.
Yes.
What if Ultron comes back like that?
Oh yeah. Well, I think you're exactly right. There's loads of really exciting opportunities going forward.
Yeah, and then the weird thing is that Agnes, she doesn't have an ID.
No, right? Okay, so it looks apparently a lot of people are speculating that she is, the witch, and that she's doing something, which I hope not.
I hope not,
because I think that Marvel could, it can move beyond just having a regular antagonist. They can have heroes be like you can have society be the antagonist. Do a Joker where like the hero isn't exactly like, or well, not the hero, but the protagonist isn't exactly the best person, and that you as a viewer are questioned in your championing, in your following and empathizing with these characters. I generally think that if you just add a witch in there, if you blame it all on her, then I don't know. There's just less. It's not as interesting.
Yeah, and with everything like it's new. And the cool detail about this is that when an object or a human being that goes through this force field, the style changes. And the weird thing is that when like Wanda's like changing the time period like throughout this episode, this like comes back like madness of multiverse of madness.
Did it again.
The sixth time. So it's just crazy how they thought everything through about this. Like, not rather having like, oh, here we have the hero, here we have the villain, and there's the character development. Oh, done. But no, this is going to be exciting. So yeah,
I'm excited. Any last words to say?
I'm just quite sad there wasn't a commercial in the show.
Right. I mean, it kind of makes sense though that there wasn't one.
Yeah, and the music, WandaVision. I don't know how it goes.
I still don't know how you remember that music. That music straight over my head. I haven't really found anything to grasp onto this music yet. Hopefully I will. Let's move on.
Okay, on to our main segment of the day.
We are talking about movie franchises that lasted too long. So, we're talking about films that, started good, maybe even had decent sequels, but by this point are dead and empty and not at all what they used to be. We'll start off by talking about Pirates of the Caribbean. Do you want to start off with this one?
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes. Our favorite. This was like my childhood.
Childhood favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you seen Captain Jack Sparrow, just like, aha, you would never catch me, and then it's just like pretty cool. The
Two
soundtrack.
Captain Jack Sparrows and a banana.
That would be an inside
That's
joke.
an inside joke that no one will understand.
Yeah, no one will understand because of Pirates of the Caribbean. And then we just got into sword fights because of that. But we didn't sing. Oh, we did sing sea shanties. Like
we did. Yeah, we used to love it.
Yeah.
Now go on.
There's two more.
Yes. Okay. So the first film. I think the first Pirates of the Caribbean film was doomed to fail. They're making a film based off a ride. Ridiculous. But it's one of the best, swashbuckling action-adventure films ever. It's incredible. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful film. I rewatched the first trilogy last year in the summer, and it's brilliant. The first one holds up so well. And then obviously they made Dead Man's Chest and At World's End, which are both pretty good. I don't think they're nearly as good as the first one, but they're both pretty good. They continue the story fairly well. But then 4 and 5 on Stranger Tides and Salazar's Revenge, or for you in America, Dead Man Tell No Tales. They're just...
Yes!
What?
What?
Why are they continuing... it just felt like...
Just keep it as a trilogy. Just keep it as a trilogy.
They're beating...
That's like mermaids and dead people. What?
They are beating Harold the horse again.
Oh, Harold the horse.
They're beating Harold the horse.
God dang. No, Harold the horse, please.
It felt like they were just trying, they were like, okay, so we've got Johnny Depp. Everyone likes Johnny Depp in this performance. People love it as children. They always make loads of money, so let's keep on making them. And what they did is they were like, let's bring in this stuff. And even Salazar's Revenge, the fifth one, they were like, let's show Jack Sparrow's origin story. Let's bring back Will Turner's kid and Will Turner himself. Let's set up Davy Jones to return at the end. And it's like, what? Where's Johnny Depp going to be back? Davy Jones? No, this messes up everything. it reduces this. It doesn't just reduce the stakes of the earlier films because then now you know that none of it matters. It also it messes with that like really bittersweet kind of beautiful ending of the third film. Where it's like Will and Elizabeth don't get to be together because he has a duty, and then they just undo it. They undo all the stakes of the third film. Someone has to be the Davy Jones of the sea, and at the end it becomes Will Turner, and he changes things for the good. But then they just bring him back, and they used Poseidon's trident to fix him, and
and then they add more characters, and
the jokes. I'm sorry, the first 3 films were genuinely kind of funny. Like the first one's hilarious. The second 2 are also pretty funny.
I forgot those 2.
Ragetti and Pinsel.
Yeah, they're just rowing the boat and then like reading the Bible, and then you can't read the Bible.
It's the Bible. You get credit for trying. Yeah, I agree. I think there's some really good stuff, and then after that, it
just goes downhill.
It's laughably bad,
Yeah.
Like,
but here's the thing: Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow, kind of carries it. He's got his
definitely.
body's aching, like with carrying just the thing, and then.
Definitely, I think he's definitely still the best part in it. He has some. I think he has some great lines and some great moments, and but they do some really odd things. Like they make Barbossa a king's like servant. Like, do you remember that Barbossa was like part of the king's army?
Yes.
It was like what, and they had Elton John play a character. I think he played like Jack Sparrow's uncle or something. Oh no, it wasn't Elton John. It was Paul McCartney, I think.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah, in the 5th film, Paul McCartney plays like Jack's uncle or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and there's literally, I don't blame you for not remembering. There's not much to remember.
I didn't know that Paul McCartney was in it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. And the one thing that annoys me is that Mr. Gibbs. So he was in 4, but then where is he in 5?
Was he not in 5?
I don't think he was in 5.
What? I feel like I remember him being in 5.
I don't remember him being in 5.
Really? That's weird. Well, 5 was this like they introduced Barbossa's daughter and stuff. Like it felt like they were just being like, let's throw everything in this film and hope it works,
Yeah. This went on for a little bit long, but not as long as the other franchises. But like there's 5 films, and you got 2 of these films that are downright terrible. But there's mermaids and there's dead people. But yeah.
No, he's in it. Mr. Gibbs is in it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's in the 5th one. Yeah.
Oh, I did.
You fool!
What?
Okay, right. Let's.
I got this condition.
Stop, John. I've told you about this. Stop beating Harold the horse. It's really bad for your brain. Was that an impression of Harold the horse? Okay, nice. Okay, all right. Let's talk about Die Hard. All right.
Die Hard.
Die Hard.
Okay, let me tell you. First film, brilliant,
incredible,
excellent, top tier, masterpiece,
best, one of the best Christmas films ever.
Oh, it is a Christmas film.
It's one of the best Christmas films ever.
Yes, of course.
Oh, yes.
Whoever argues with us, it is a Christmas film because it's got Christmas music, it's got Christmas trees, it's got everything.
It's set at Christmas. Christmas
and
is part of the plot.
Rap. There's a Christmas rap.
There is a Christmas rap. It's true.
There is. Like when he turns on the radio.
It was December 24th. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, it's like, haven't you got any Christmas music? This is Christmas music, man. Have you seen any of the Die Hard films?
No.
Wow. Okay. So right. Okay. So it's Die Hard is very similar to Pirates of the Caribbean. The first
Oh
one,
God.
the first one's amazing. The second one isn't quite good, but is still decent. The third one is probably better than 2, but not as good as 1. And then the fourth one is bad. What were they thinking? And then the fifth one, oh my god, who came up with the idea to make the fifth one? So in the fourth and fifth one.
Oh, just explain, because I'm not.
Okay, so in the fourth one, John McClane's daughter gets kidnapped, and he has to like save her, and there's loads of like technology stuff going on.
Oh God, this is take it over again.
Right? You know how in the first film, like he gets hurt like so much, like at the end he's like covered in blood, like his
like climbing the building.
Exactly. Like he steps on all the glass. It's stuff like that. And then in the fourth one, he literally like drives a car down an elevator shaft and then jumps out of it and he's fine. And then in the fifth one...
Wait! An elevator shaft?
An elevator shaft. He drives a car down an elevator shaft. In fact, I might be wrong about that. I've only seen it once and it was a long time ago. Just assume that I'm right, because, you know...
How does that work?
Yeah, exactly. It was a big one, yeah? Or maybe that was definitely the fourth one. But the fifth one, right?
Oh, yeah.
In the fifth one, he goes to Russia, right, to save his son. His son is played by Jai Courtney, you know, Captain Boomerang and John.
Of course. Yeah.
And there's a scene where there's a car again, and it smashes through like 3 stories of a building, right? And they fall, like, alongside the car, and they don't break their legs or their back or anything. It's right.
This makes Fast and Furious physics.
Right, it's like Fast and Furious, but vertically. Like, when they jump across the buildings, it's like that, but vertically. It's
vertically? Oh my god.
Yeah, like they fall down instead of across.
What the heck?
It feels like one of those things, right, where the first film is like one man against like a load of terrorists, and it's like the biggest thing that he will ever do, and it's like really intense. And then the second one, he does it again, alright, and the third one, he does it again, but he teams up with Samuel L. Jackson. And then the fourth and fifth one, why is this one guy always the guy who like has to save the day? Like, it just reduces the stakes of the first film. In the first film, you're like, oh my god, is he going to survive? In the second one, you're like, okay, he's probably going to survive. In the third one, he's like, yeah, he's going to survive. And then all the others, like, there's no question whether he will survive or die. You know, I was legit looking forward to Die Hard 6 because we might have actually seen John McClane finally die.
Die Hard! Sorry, I had to say it again. Die Hard!
It's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, but that sounds very insane.
It is. Yep. No, it's. Yep.
This makes the Fast and Furious.
Go on.
This makes the Fast and Furious physics more sense, you know.
It does. Well, I mean, to people at home, watch the first film, watch the third one. You know, that's about it, really.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Okay. So the next one is Terminator.
Oh God!
Okay. Right.
Let me tell you. The first 2 are masterpieces.
Absolutely brilliant.
You go through a series of like so many. So much, like there's so much going on, but it's so good. The action, like that when the Terminator in the second one, like driving down, and then it's so much different because you got a Terminator that protects you, like protects John, and then just driving down and then like shooting with this really cool shotgun, and then it's It's so good. The soundtrack.
There are some amazing like set pieces in all this. The first film is like a horror thriller where like
it is like a type of horror thriller. Like
Kyle and Sarah are legit like struggling to get away from this Terminator. Like even after they blow it up, it comes back and like they blow it up again and it still crawls after Sarah. Like it's this mean killing machine. That rhymed. And the second one.
Like, there's like incredible scenes like when the Terminator was about to kill Sarah Connor, like in that club scene where it's slow motion.
Yes, right, exactly.
The music is tense. That is like the best scene, like that, introduces the Terminator.
It really does, and like other things like the second film, like a huge twist. You think that the T-800 is going to kill John Connor, but he's actually been sent to save John Connor, and the T-1000 is liquid metal. Like, what an amazing twist for the second film.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows it and kind of overlook it, but it is incredible.
Yeah. Like, two Terminators who think, wait, why are there two Terminators? Are they going to kill John Connor at the same time?
Well, remember,
because that would be messed up. Because,
you don't even know that the T-1000 is a Terminator until he fights the T-800. And the
like
T-1000...
you know when in the shopping mall, like when this, the liquid Terminator was about to kill him, but then T-800 came in with a shotgun,
and just he has the packet of roses, and he like throws the gun out in slow motion. He goes, "Get down!" Like absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and there's like so much detail about this, like when the liquid Terminator, like when it shoots, like a lot of people blink, but then the actor had to not to blink while shooting, because that kind of shows like the terror, like
yes, right. It like that's the like both Terminators are terrifying, but like when the T-1000 like kills his stepdad and he like puts a blade straight through his mouth. In Terminator 2, like some of these things are incredible, and the thing about the first two films is they're a closed loop. The Terminator sends the Skynet sends a Terminator back in time, right, to kill John Connor. But if they never sent a Terminator back in time, John Connor would never be born because Kyle Reese would never be sent in time. But if they never sent a Terminator back in time, Skynet would never be created because the arm would never be found in the factory. And all this stuff, it's a closed loop, and it's perfect. And then they made a third one, a fourth one, a fifth one, and a sixth one. Why?
Let me tell you, the emotion in these films, like the series that what you go through with Sarah Connor, like the visions that she has,
so
and then
sad.
The relationship between the T-800 and John Connor.
Yeah, like, and then the T-800 has to sacrifice himself at the end, which is wonderful.
No, the emotions.
And he puts his thumb up. Oh, brilliant.
When he put the thumbs up. Okay.
And then they made more. Okay, how many of the others have you seen?
Sorry?
How many of the others have you seen?
None. But I've seen the third one that links to the second one.
Okay, so you've seen Dark Fate.
Yes.
Have you seen Genesis?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll briefly explain to you what the third and fourth one. So the third one basically follows John Connor, and another Terminator comes to him and his future wife, and they are stalked by the TX, which is a Terminator who is metal with liquid metal over her, and she is a female body. And some of the stuff that, like, there's a scene where she gets pulled over by a cop, and she makes her boobs bigger, like just because, like
just because
and the I think the T-800, when he comes in, he walks into a strip club, and he like. He takes the clothes of a male stripper.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And then at the end of the film, the end of the film argues that Judgment Day is inevitable, and so therefore everything, the war comes and the world ends. Then Terminator Salvation, which is a hot steaming mess. Christian Bale as John Connor, and there's that was supposed to be a trilogy, So they were supposed to make another trilogy, a Terminator Salvation trilogy, but Terminator Salvation was so bad that they didn't make it. Instead, they made Genesis, right? So you've seen Genesis, right?
Oh God, not Genesis.
I genuinely think that Genesis, the first half of Genesis, is really, really good. Like the idea that Kyle Reese goes to the past, and then it's actually like changed, and the reality that like he's expecting is different, and that they're actually prepared for him. But then they go to the future, and John Connor is Terminator, and Matt Smith's in it. Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Ah, jeez. Oh God. Okay. And then we have Dark Fate.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Listen, I enjoyed the film. It was good.
Me too.
I enjoyed it, but the most annoying thing that was so annoying was when the first opening minutes, like, John Connor's dead. Yeah.
Yeah, they really went bold with that, didn't they? And that's why loads of people hated it. I mean, like, Terminator Salvation was supposed to start a trilogy. It didn't. Genesis was supposed to start a trilogy. It didn't. Dark Fate was supposed to start a trilogy. They wanted to do 3 Terminator trilogies. That's right, John. 3. There could potentially be 12. There could be 12 Terminator films in an alternate timeline. 12. And they didn't because they really couldn't get him off the ground because they make these weird choices. And it's always with John Connor as well. They make John Connor a Terminator. They just kill John Connor. It just feels really strange and disingenuous to the spirit of the franchise.
Yeah. And, yeah, because when I was opening it, I was like, oh yeah, there's the Terminator. Oh
no.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think it's a terrible idea, but I think the rest of the film isn't.
Sure. It decided to kill John.
It just. Oh my! You're dead.
Oh.
John's dead. Oh no!
I've been killed.
Oh no!
My final.
I'm gonna have to find a new co-host.
My final words. Meat.
Oh no! Why, God, why? It's okay, we have Poetry John, who can be the co-host instead.
Yes. Therefore, I am.
Okay. Brilliant. Okay, should we talk about our final franchise?
Yes. Oh, no, wait. Well, let's get our thoughts about Dark Fate.
Okay. Right.
Like the franchise.
I'll let you
the Terminator franchise. Went too long. Decided to have 3 trilogies. What the heck? Sure, decided to get everything, but Dark Fate.
The moment that James Cameron stopped making films was the moment that it all went like badly. You know, like he was obviously the director of the first 2 films, and those were the really successful ones because he understands it a lot better than anyone else did. Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that goes through and. Yeah, so I would say it went for too long.
Definitely.
Yeah, but Dark Fate just makes a little bit better, you know.
Yeah, I think Dark Fate is better than a lot of the other sequels, but I mean,
it's not better than the first 2.
Yeah, no, like for example, my girlfriend we were trying to figure out what to watch like ages ago, and we decided to watch Terminator, and then we watched Terminator 2, and I was like, there is no point in watching Terminator 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Like, there's really no point. We just watched the first 2, and that is really all anyone needs to watch. Anyone who's watching, if you haven't seen Terminator, watch the first 2. There is really no point in watching the others. You know, there's not much there that like builds off the franchise in any good way. Like they build on it, but it doesn't really like it feels, as I said, disingenuous to the characters.
Yeah. So that's our thoughts about the franchise of the Terminator. Now on to the next franchise.
The final franchise is Jurassic Park. So there is 5, soon to be 6 Jurassic Park films. I mean, okay, let's just...
Wait, 6? Oh, yeah! I remember now. Yeah, so the first one.
Ooh,
It's
it's wonderful. It
oh,
ages like a fine wine. It's
you know,
wonderful.
like it isn't my top 10 films, but it's just
It's
the
incredible.
music, like everything that goes
The
through the
effects,
act.
just like it's a wonderful thriller, adventure film.
Yeah, and like the acting. Let me tell you, the acting is very hard in this film because you don't know what the dinosaurs look like because they're edited in, but like the art with the props and everything that goes through with the dinosaurs, like it's just a magical
The
like
dinosaurs
feeling.
look great. I mean, there are some like incredibly like tense sequences, like where the raptors chase the kids in the kitchen. Like that stuff is groundbreaking, and even today, it still looks like amazing. And even like the film isn't just like a fun like throwaway film. It has like stuff at the heart of it. It's about a man learning that he wants to become a father. It's
Yeah,
it's not just about Jeff Goldblum lying down and looking sexy. It is about things beyond that, and it's great. And then you got the
yeah.
sequels. What do you think of The Lost World?
I don't. I can't remember what happened really, but I mean, yeah. So Malcolm, he was in it.
He was, yes.
And then there was the company that was trying to take the dinosaurs into um New York, not New York, Los Angeles. No,
I think it's.
San Francisco.
I want to say San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that as well. And I didn't feel like I enjoyed it. I don't know, but it just felt a bit weird to be honest.
Well,
Like,
it's also directed by Steven Spielberg, so like it is, like he understands it, and it is definitely one of the best of the sequels. But it just like it feels like why are we doing this again? Like what is really the point? It feels like just more like dinosaur action followed by a Godzilla tribute.
yeah, uh, there was like a lot of other things that happened. Like, there was great sequences, but
Yeah, there are some really cool sequences, like when they are hanging off the edge of the cliff in the van, and they have a baby T Rex. That's awesome, but like beyond that, it doesn't really do anything.
yeah, it didn't lead me as an impact. Like something that made me remember the film. I don't know. It just felt a bit weird, to be honest. But
It does. It doesn't feel like it really takes like obviously there's a second island and all that. It doesn't really take anything in like new directions. But then Jurassic Park 3. Oh boy, talking raptor.
talking raptor, yeah, that was
That was a
super
strange.
weird.
That was a strange scene.
That was like a fever dream.
It
Jesus.
really was. Jurassic Park 3 is just like so weird that like they're doing it all again, and it's like there are some cool sequences again, like with like that when they're flying on the pterodactyls, but it's not like really that special. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and yeah, it didn't leave me as an impact. But there was like cool dinosaurs, I guess.
Yay! I like the dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Yeah. Wow. Then yeah, that didn't leave me as much as remembered. But and then there was like flying pterodactyls.
There was, yeah. They fly. They
Yeah.
flew with the. I mean, cool scene, but that's stupid. The pterodactyls would eat you. You know when they eat the woman in Jurassic World, the pterodactyls
God,
would
yeah.
eat you.
Oh god. And then yeah, now we got to wait. Was there another one before?
No, it's Jurassic World next.
Jurassic World. Yes.
I think the first Jurassic World is probably the best sequel so far. Like,
actually, you're right.
it's
Yeah.
it's fun, but it's not really about anything.
Okay, so let me tell you, the Jurassic World. I thought, okay, it's not going to be good as the first one, but it's enjoyable. I mean,
It
you
is
got
enjoyable.
Chris Pratt, the wonderful Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt
and you
at the height of his fame.
yeah, like I didn't knew him as much, but then when I watched Guardians, I knew him. But
Yeah, well, he had a great year. I think that
Yeah,
Jurassic World came out in 2015. So in the space of a year, he did Guardians of the Galaxy, the Lego Movie, and Jurassic Park, which essentially made him a household name.
yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Jurassic World it's fun, but it doesn't really have anything to say. It doesn't really do anything. Like
It kind of doesn't fit in like with the magic with the first one, because the first one was like more about like the idea of like dinosaurs in the park, like in a massive park.
right.
But
I mean, you could say obviously like the Jurassic World is all about like the corporate synergy and corporations taking advantage of Richard Hammond's ideas with all the dinosaurs, and that is essentially what the film is. It's studios like taking advantage of this like franchise that people love, and then you get to Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Just a weird film.
I like this. I thought there was like really good sequences in there, especially with the terror. What was the dinosaur? I don't know.
The raptor.
The raptor
the scary one.
Yes, the scary one. And then fused together, but then it was like going in the bedroom. And that was kind of cool.
There were some cool horror sequences, but like so like the film starts with like the island's about to explode, and like all these people are trying to get like dinosaurs off the island, and it's like it's half comedy and half like action and half like tragedy. Like it's such a weird like blend of loads of different genres. Like like 1 second you've got Chris Pratt like being like, oh, the lava's getting so close to me, oh, I gotta run, and then you've got like him running like running off the edge of a cliff, and then like he gets surrounded in volcanic ash, but no, he's fine. And then you watch a dinosaur crying for help as the fire like moves close to it. Like what? Geez.
Yeah, man.
It's so weird. Like it's when I watched it in 2018, I remember being like, that is so harrowing. Like watching the dinosaur being like, help me, and they're all watching it, and then it gets burnt to crisp. It's like, what?
Jeez.
And then there's that girl, the girl who's a clone.
That girl who was
oh my god! At the end, right? They decide.
They're like me. They're like me.
We have to kill all the dinosaurs because obviously we can't let them like escape. And then she lets them go, and she's like, "Oh, they're just like me." And they're like, "No, you've just let free loads of dinosaurs on the Earth. They're gonna kill everyone." My God. I mean, like, are you?
Let's make it a sequel.
Yeah, are you even excited? Obviously, the sequel is going to bring back Ian Malcolm and Ellie Sattler and Alan Grant. Are you excited about that? No. Like, what's the point? Jeff Goldblum in Fallen Kingdom. He's in like 2 scenes where he's talking.
Hey, dinosaurs.
Welcome to Jurassic Earth, everybody. I'm in here for the trailers.
I'm at the end.
Yay. Oh, it's so stupid, man. Wasn't there a post-credit scene as well?
Sorry?
Wasn't there a post-credit scene as well?
No idea.
I think there was a post-credit scene for Fallen Kingdom. I think it was was something to do with pterodactyls. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean,
so the Jurassic Park franchise that went for too long.
Definitely, it all went for too long, man.
It all went for too long, longer than the Lord of the Rings. Yes.
Well, I mean, if you include The Hobbit, maybe not.
And The Hobbit.
But yeah, that's the movie franchises that lasted too long. Just half an hour of complaining, pretty much. Right, should we talk about some weekly viewings?
Yes, weekly viewings.
What have you watched, John? I sound like I'm doing a poo. Sorry.
I watched the Back to the Future trilogy.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Nice.
I forgot how good it was.
Oh, it's amazing.
Super duper good. Like the timeline with everything, like different timelines, and like think about other. It's just maybe like this is great. The best cinema, like the best trilogy of like in cinema. Like you got everything. Like
well, okay, I'm interested. Did you watch them all in one go or like across days?
Not all in one go, but like individually. Like
yeah. Okay. Because last year I went to the cinema and I watched them all in a row, and oh my god, it was.
Wait, Ben, I gotta ask you, was the experience different?
It was great. The first one's great. The second one is also great. I love it. I love the one at the end where he reads the letter and the guy's like, "Hey kid, need any help?" And he's like, "There's only one man who can save me." And then it's like, and then it cuts to the end of the first film. And Doc goes like, "Yay!" And then Marty runs. He's like, "Doc, I need your help." He's like, "What, Marty?
Great.
I just sent you back to the future." He's like, "Yeah, I know you didn't know, Doc, but I'm back. I'm back from the future." And he goes, "Great Scott!" Like, and then it ends with that trailer for the third film. It's brilliant. But I do feel like
he's a like masterclass of like with time travel, like with love, with like music and
oh yeah.
The sets are brilliant.
I love the Earth Angel scene in Back to the Future 1. Like absolutely amazing. Yeah. Like it's so steeped in tension and the way that like
I love the scene when George was like, "Hey, don't mess with."
Hey, you get your damn hands off her.
Yeah, and then Biff was like torturing like George.
Yeah,
like,
I think George McFly.
It was like the most satisfying scene. Like George punches Biff.
Yeah.
And
who's that guy? That's George McFly. Or in the second one where they keep on punching him, and that guy's like, "Hey, you just take that guy's wallet? I think he took his wallet." You know that guy, that one guy who's like, I think he took his wallet. It's brilliant.
Oh, is that the guy who performed CPR?
Yeah. Hey guys, don't worry. I know CPR. What's CPR?
Yeah, that wasn't invented that time.
It wasn't, no. Well, okay, what do you think of the third film? Because a lot of people don't like the third film as much.
I loved it. I love it in every way because it's old Western style and mixed with like with time travel and everything. But like it's different. I love it.
It is. Yeah, I agree.
And the ending. I love the ending.
Right, I'm not sure on the ending. You know, like. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because the kids are so creepy. You know, like Two Kids.
Oh, kids! Yeah, they're super creepy.
They're terrifying.
Hey, do you like to?
That one kid's pointing at his penis. It's very strange.
What the heck?
It's very strange.
But no, I love. Well, the thing that really stuck with me was like like when you told me about like there was a different actress for for Jennifer.
Yes.
Yeah,
I must say I prefer the first actor, but oh my god, right, okay. Watching it at the cinema, Crispin Glover, right, who played George in the first film, he's not in the second two, because they recast him, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, the masks that the actors wear on the big screen in HD, terrifying, absolutely terrifying, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's so weird. They look like gremlins or something. It's so weird. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah. I wish things could go back to normal, and then I wish when cinemas just bring back the old movies, like what if like they bring back like Blade Runner like on the big screen?
That would be amazing.
And then other great cinematic. But they were about to put Blade Runner on the big screen last year, but then they didn't. For some reason.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. They put loads of films. I saw the Back to the Future trilogy. I saw Empire Strikes Back. I saw The Karate Kid, and I saw the Dark Knight trilogy, all on the big screen. It was amazing.
Well, I wish I could have done that. But
get an unlimited card. It's best investment I've ever made. It's great. You get to watch so many films. It's worth it.
Yeah, and. Yeah, I just love everything about like the Back to the Future trilogy, like the recurring jokes about Biff or the other Biff relatives like getting in manure.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I hate manure. Yeah, it's great.
yeah, I manure, and then like Marty just accidentally creating like new stuff like Calvin Klein skateboard.
Frisbee. Hey, Frisbee. Far out. What's thinking men like that? I don't know. It was right in front of him.
And then all that George, that was kind of sad. Like George McFly, the actor, he didn't get to be in the other ones, but that was
George McFly is my favourite part of the original. He is so funny, especially when he's old and he does the laugh. He's like, oh, he's so good.
Oh, and then I just love it, and the sad thing is like Michael J. Fox.
Yeah,
he was about to be like a great actor. Like this was like the start of his career because.
Definitely.
Yeah, but now he's got this disease, Parkinson's disease. Yeah, there's
sad.
other films that he was in.
Oh yeah, definitely. Did you watch the Back to the Future cast reunite?
No.
No, it's great. They did like Josh Gad did this thing where he did like the Ghostbusters cast, the Back to the Future cast, the Goonies cast, like a couple of others all like reuniting, and bloody Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings one was incredible. It was so good. It's called Reunited Apart.
We Reunited Apart. Yes, yeah. I see it now.
Yeah, it's incredible. The Lord of the Rings one. If anyone hasn't watched the Lord of the Rings one and likes Lord of the Rings, it's so good.
Oh, right. I'm excited to watch that now. Yeah. Oh, and I'm hoping for the future. There's not going to be like Back to the Future. Another Back to the Future film.
Oh yeah. You know when everyone.
Scott, if they make another one, I'm going to use the DeLorean and go back in time.
Right. You know when everyone wanted Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. to play Marty and Doc. Stop it. Just stop it.
Why?
Never remake it. Never remake it. It's perfect.
Got 10 million views.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Crispin Glover. Oh, he's in an interview for the Back to the Future. Oh, there he is. Oh, he looks old/young.
Of course, yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the same, which is weird.
Nice.
Yeah, I just love it. It's a 10 out of 10. Come on. It's a 10 out of 10.
Come on. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What have you been watching this week?
I have watched a film called Submarine. So this film is directed by Richard Ayoade, who people will know from the IT Crowd, from The Mandalorian.
Oh!
He's in many things. He's all over British TV. He is a great actor. But he directed this film, actually. And it stars Sally Hawkins is in it, who is in Paddington. The guy, I don't know his name, but the guy who plays Charlie Bucket's dad in the Tim Burton Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, he's in it. And then, I can't remember his name, but the guy who played Leo Wellard in Tracy Beaker. So yeah, basically it's all them, and it's just a story about these people living in Ireland, I think so. I might be getting the accent wrong, but yeah, and then it's just about this kid who he's a bit of a social recluse, and he sees things in a very different way to everyone else. And on one side, he's trying to impress this girl. On the other side, he's trying to stop his parents from stop his mum from cheating on his dad. And
my god!
It's a lovely film. It's really nice, but it's really heartbreaking as well. But it's made in such a very nice style that I'm a big sucker for. I think I give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, you can buy it on Prime, but it's not available free anywhere, unfortunately. But yeah, I think I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10, and it's one of those films that's just it's critically acclaimed and it deserves it. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
What else have you been watching, John?
Sorry. Was that it for your film?
Yeah.
Oh, I finally played the Spider-Man Miles Morales game.
Oh, great! How is it?
Oh, it was an emotional roller coaster. Like,
Hey, John, I'm impressed that you have time to play that, but not Batman Telltale. It's been 19 weeks.
Wait, have you been counting down?
Yeah, of course I...
What the heck? Fine, I'll play it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Tell me about Miles Morales.
Okay. Okay, so Miles Morales. Okay, so the game mechanic is great. Like, it's so fresh. It's really new. The voice actor for Miles Morales and the other actors as well, they did superb with everything. And the boss fights are great, and with the other characters that you see, it's so different. This is such a different game. Like you see the culture of Miles Morales, like in a much deeper note. Like you go through everything, and it's very emotional. Like what we go through with Miles in this game. And I did not expect this at all, because I thought, the villain, this is gonna, he sees the day, but no, it ends with a sad note, and but it's a very a very different Marvel story, and it's very emotional, but with fun as well. But like you go through with Miles, and with the music, I love the music. The music's so good. And
didn't they bring back some of the artists who did songs for Spider-Verse?
Oh, and Jaden Smith, he came back for making songs for Spider-Man. And I think there was another guy who did music as well. The music, I think he did that. Yeah. So, what other thing? I love it. The animation is so clean, like the graphics are so nice, and the set pieces, there's so much to talk about, but there's like really good things. Have you watched the Miles Morales gameplay?
Okay, so I've watched the original Spider-Man, but I haven't watched the Miles Morales one yet. I'm excited though, because I've watched a couple of video essays, one from High Top Films and one from Brown Table, who are both saying that it's excellent. So I'm excited to play it or
really,
watch
really
it.
Good. But it's DLC. It's short, but I don't care. It's a great game. I give this a 9 out of 10.
How much was it?
Just like new, 50 quid.
That is a lot for such a small game.
But no, it is excellent. Like,
no, I don't doubt it.
If you have a PS4 or somehow got the PS5.
Wow, John, thanks for rubbing it in. I'm kidding.
Just like whoever got like a PS4 or that next gen, I don't know how anyone got that, but if you have that, I would recommend getting Miles Morales.
Are you going to get a PS5?
Sorry?
Are you going to get a PS5?
In the future, maybe, but I don't know when it comes cheap. But you? What about you?
Oh, I want a Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Go for that.
I will. Because I don't know. It depends on life, I guess.
Yeah. So, Tom, anything else?
I watched Boyhood.
Boyhood, the film that took ages to film.
Yeah, so they filmed this film over 12 years, and they dedicate about like 10 to 20 minutes of screen time per like year that they do, and they use the same actors, and you slowly see this kid grow up. And I want to say, I was listening to the Kermode on Film podcast, which is a great podcast for anyone. Mark Kermode, if you don't know, is a really famous movie critic, and he does a podcast with Jack Howard, who is, you might know from Jack and Dean on YouTube. Anyway, they did a podcast called The Heartwarming Films to Watch in Lockdown. One of them was Boyhood. It's not heartwarming at all. It's harrowing. It was a very tough watch. It deals with a lot of very difficult issues, which really, were tough to get through. It deals with like child abuse and stuff, and just like some stuff that I'd like to forget in a hurry. But at the same time, it was a really nice kind of slice of life, and was realistic in the sense of like what adolescence can be like for a lot of young boys, and the way that it all worked, I thought was wonderful, and you can definitely see things like improving, like the actors, like they definitely improve as the 12 years go on, and stuff like the characters change in their subtle ways as well as like growing older, and you get stuff like the picture quality at the beginning is like quite grainy, and then at the end it's it's lovely HD. But yeah, it's a wonderful film. I think I could probably give it an 8 out of 10. It would be a 10, but there's not a lot that makes you kind of happy about it. So, okay. I was expecting a happier film than it was. But yeah, it's great. Definitely give it a watch.
Right. That'll be it for me from the weekly viewing.
Yeah.
If you have anything that you want us to watch and to talk about it on the podcast, please do.
Yeah, throw us an email, comment below, all that stuff. And yeah, so without further ado, that is it for this week. If you want to get in contact with us, email us on oustimefilmpod@gmail.com. We are on Twitter and Instagram at oustimefilmpod. I am Tom the Boardman on Twitter.
I am ComedyJohn42 on Twitter.
And yeah, if you want to, talk about anything that we've talked about, give us your opinions, anything like that. Yeah. Talk to us about our plans for a Zack Snyder extravaganza starting in a couple of weeks. Any of the news we talked about, anything, just, we're here for it.
Yeah, we're here for the Zack Snyder stuff.
We definitely are.
Thank you for listening today. And Tom, you want to say anything else?
Stay safe as always. Vaccines are rolling out. So stay safe and all that jazz.
And please do stay safe, and we're hoping everything will get back together slowly. So take what you're given.
Give nothing back. A goodbye.
And goodbye.